Hi, now we enter the amazing world of cloud computing. What does cloud computing do? Well, it provides online data storage. It enables configuration and accessing of online applications. It provides a variety of software usage. And also it provides computing platform and computing infrastructure. Now, that may not have lightened up what the meaning of cloud computing is. So, I'm going to use an example. Here, using Gmail on my smartphone to check my emails. This is something that very commonly I would do. Well, one day I receive an email and it has an attachment file that's a Microsoft PowerPoint. Well, I think about it, and on my smartphone, I do not have Microsoft Office or Microsoft PowerPoint installed. Hey, not even that, I don't even have Windows OS installed on it. How am I going to use my smartphone to look at this PowerPoint attachment file? Well, Google Drive Services includes Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides. And this software packages are all inside the Google Cloud, the Google Gmail server. And I can use these, the Google Docs, the Google Sheets, and Slides, to open up the attachment file and look at it. Even though my smartphone does not have Microsoft Windows operating system, it does not have the Microsoft Office suite, it does not have the Microsoft PowerPoint software package installed on it. But still, because I'm connected to the Google Drive Services mainframe, then I can use the software inside. I can use the platform inside to look at these attachment files. That's what cloud computing is about. You can use the resources that you may not have on your device, but because you're connected to the cloud that has these capabilities of software, platform, and computing infrastructure. So therefore, I just need connectivity, and it will do all the things that I need it to do and send over the image so that I can use it, as if everything is equipped on my mobile device. Now, just by listening to this, you can see that for smart devices, smartphones, in addition, for new technology like Internet of Things, where these devices may not be fully equipped with all the software, platform, and infrastructure hardware that is needed, well, cloud computing can provide magical power to it. And that's why we're going to study about cloud computing in this lecture. What is a cloud? Well, a cloud can provide services through a public or private network or the internet, which is the most common connection, where the service hosting system is at a remote location. Cloud can support various applications such as email, web conferencing, games, database management, CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Management, and so many more. Cloud models include public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and a community cloud. First, let's look more into the definitions of what these clouds are. The public cloud. This enables public systems and service access. Open architecture, such as email, are provided. This could be less secure due to its openness. The next one is a private cloud, and it enables service access within an organization. Now, due to its limited in-organization characteristics, it may be more private in nature and therefore more secure. Then there's a community cloud, where a cloud accessible by a group of organizations that are formed, and that would be a community cloud. Then we have a hybrid cloud. This is a combination of a public cloud and a private cloud. The private cloud part would support critical activities. The public cloud would support non-critical activities. And since the public cloud part is more open, therefore, it would be much easier for non-critical activities to be accessed by various users flexibly. Now we take a look at cloud service models. Now, first what I need to say is that, as you can see on the screen, there is SaaS, underneath it there is PaaS, and underneath it there is IaaS. And these stand for SaaS, SaaS, this stands for Software as a Service. The next one, PaaS, PaaS, stands for Platform as a Service. The one at the bottom is IaaS, and this stands for Infrastructure as a Service. Now, the lower service model supports the management, computing power, security of the upper service model. What this means is that IaaS supports PaaS and SaaS. Next, PaaS supports SaaS. And from SaaS, well, it is supported by both PaaS and IaaS. And those are the combination representative cloud models. A cloud client would use a web browser, mobile app, or some type of other client access feature to access one of these or a combination of a couple of these. Now let's look into some more details. Software as a Service provides a variety of software applications as a service to the end user. The Platform as a Service provides a program executable platform for applications and development tools. Infrastructure as a Service provides fundamental computing and security resources for the entire cloud. Backup storage, computing power, virtual machines, these are the Infrastructure as a Service main domain. Now, if you look at other papers and other definitions about cloud computing, you will see so many other type of combinations. For example, there are many other definitions that could be used. And to represent them all together, we could put just an X right here, where X stands for anything, anything as a service. And you can put in X your represented letter. For example, if you want to do network as a service, then you use the N of network and you call it a NAS, N-A-A-S. Or if you're talking about database as a service, then you can use the D, the first letter of the database. Well, that, and you can put it in here as DAS, and that would be DAAS, database as a service. You can do that for business as a service, and put the B in front of the AAS and call it a BAS, BAAS. Now, however, when you go into the details of it, and based upon that three-structured model, which I had IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS on top, well, you can see that network as a service, NAS, this one right here, this would fall into the bigger category of IaaS, infrastructure as a service, because networking, the network, is a part of the infrastructure. In addition, database as a service, DAS right here. Well, database is considered a part of the platform services. So therefore, DAS can be seen as a part of the PaaS that is provided, the platform as a service. So therefore, you can use these terms, or you can go with a general larger term, which was IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Now, cloud benefits. As you can see here, high efficiency, reliability, flexibility. In addition, applications as utilities over the internet. You can manipulate and configure apps online. In addition, it is very cost-effective and no software required because all the software should be in the cloud. Online development and deployment tools should be provided to you. In addition, on-demand self-service, meaning that when you need it, you go and request for this service, and when you request it, it should be provided to you on demand. In addition, resource available on the network. This is the good part. But it does make sure that you have network connectivity because you have to reach your cloud to receive the resources available on the cloud. So therefore, network dependent cloud connectivity, and there you will be able to receive your resources. Going into some of the characteristics, well, The essential characteristic is on-demand self-service. The common characteristics include broad network access, rapid elasticity, resource pooling, and measured services. In addition, normally you can obtain massive scaling characteristics, resilient computing support, and homogeneity. In addition, geographic distribution, virtualization, service orientation, low-cost software, and advanced security are the common characteristics. This part of cloud computing was provided and prepared using these references, and I recommend them to you for further studies. There's more on cloud computing, and I'll meet you in the next lecture. Thank you.